Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a heart-stopping game that was. Well, apologies I couldn't do a preview for it. Was just a bit pressed for time this week, but whoever the Saints play next week will be a preview for that game early next week. What a game! But before I get into that, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to our academic tutoring school, the school that my wife and I run. As you can see, the logo. It's called the Roki School of Excellence. We offer group and individual classes for years 5 to 12 mathematics, all levels except specialist maths, plus Western drums, South Indian classical drums, and an electronic percussion instrument called the octopad. So if you know of anyone, including your child or any loved one who might be interested, please ask them to contact us. We'll be happy to have them enrolled. Okay? My wife looks after the enrollment and the admin side of things, and I look after the syllabus, teaching syllabus, and the fee side of things. Okay? Okay. Would you believe it? What a heart-stopping game that was. Started beautifully. Much better effort from the Saints. And I thought, they learned a lot from last week with skill errors. I thought they turned up. The effort was good. They defended well. But you always knew with the Giants, despite their injury concerns and all that, they would come hard in front of their home crowd. Although when I watched it on Foxtel with my wife, it felt like there were more Saints supporters than the thing. I know it was a bit of a chaotic start because of the lightning and stuff, and they'll be thinking, oh, GWS were a disadvantage. Well, St Kilda also had to deal with the same situation. So both teams are disadvantaged media, if that's what you think. Okay. I thought great effort, well done by the defense. Midfield was much better, but I think that second half as it wore on, we thought our third quarter is good. I felt St Kilda did everything they could to save the game in that last quarter. Not lose the game, but save the game. What I mean by that is not score much, but defend very well. So if you take a minute to have a look at the screen I've got here, right? We have the score breakdown here. So if I scroll down for a sec, that first quarter started like a house on fire. Then we built a bit of momentum. Okay, well the Giants would come a bit. Third quarter was reasonable, although GWS sort of had the ascendancy a bit. That last quarter, we only kicked one goal. So we got to really play with a bit more flair in that last quarter. Now, I think we're 10th on the ladder. We had a chance to be in the 8 had we won by more. But anyway, nonetheless, a win's a win and you'll take it any day of the week. It was just a great confidence booster for the team to get off the board because 0-3, I don't think we would like it. There'll be a lot more blowtorch on the Saints as has been the last 2 weeks. Okay? So, whilst very unconvincing, 4 points is 4 points nonetheless. Okay? Now, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk to you some key points of the game. So as you can see here, the lessons learned or take home. A win is a win no matter how it was achieved. Yeah, a lot of you can say, oh, St Kilda did everything they could to lose the game. But guess what? They still won it. Might not be convincing. Not to say that there have been other teams who have won in unconvincing fashion, right? But they still won. It's scrappy. It was the 4 points they needed to kickstart their season. Number 2, as I paraphrased earlier, much better ball use and conversion of opportunities in the first half. I thought that was really impressive, guys. They took their chances. They were much cleaner, more disciplined, contained the GWS forwards, didn't let them easily run away with the ball. Okay. Number 3, I loved our defense. GWS had a lot of scoring shots, but that pressure from the Saints defense I thought was fantastic. Cal Wilkie always leads from the front. Sinclair, Brad Hill were terrific. Jack Silvani I thought was great. Did some crucial spoils, won the ball out. And, we had to have that X factor of Liam Stocker back in the side was so great. We really missed his grunt, the physicality he provides and all. I thought it was really good to see him in the side. We could have gone a bit taller with Dougal Howard because I know he was on emergency, but maybe next game against Brisbane. Number 4, we still got to fix our goal kicking a bit. Without trying to individualise players, we had a few players who, with their experience, who missed shots like at least 20, 30 metres out. Rowan Marshall, I know, who else missed one? I think Sharman missed. We had a few who missed, so could have added to that. Number 5, did I say have I put that as number 4? Oh, that should be number 5. Sorry, I'll just fix that. Number 4, sorry, that's number 5. Before I read it out, let me just fix it for a sec. Number 6, okay. Number 6. Okay. All right. Number 5. Okay. Is we need to stop saving the game and play with more flair in the last quarter. Yep. Kicked one goal, but I thought we did everything we could to save the game. So maybe we got to tidy up that a bit because teams like Brisbane and all who have good last quarters can make you pay for that. So got to fix that up. Take the game on a little bit more. Stop saving it. It was almost a heart stopper. Okay. Number 6. Anthony Caminiti was out. Hammer, which is his nickname. I think he was out with the hammy. So if he doesn't get up next week, you would think Dougal Howard should come in as a third tall defender. Because you sort of think if he's got a hammy, that will be at least a few weeks out. Unless he really does a miracle and gets up for next week, Hammer. So could open the way for Dougal Howard. So let's see what happens in selection week. So I think the teams will be out next Thursday. Yeah, absolute heart stopper, guys. But nonetheless, it's a win we'll take any day of the week. We were underdogs heading into this game. But at the end of the day, when we're underdogs, I love it. Because last week we were favourites, we choked. So you'll take that any day of the week. And I'll pretty much leave it there, guys. Not much to say. I thought, overall, we did well to really crack it. We could tell the boys wanted to win. I know that last quarter may suggest otherwise, with their body language going defensive, but I thought they did everything they could to get the 4 points. It's a win we needed to kickstart their campaign and confidence. And yeah, hopefully they can build on that against Brisbane, who are another winless team that we meet next week. Okay, so take care, guys. Do watch the replay again if you get a chance. I'm sure you'll be delighted. Those 4 points. And my next video will be about, definitely I'll do a preview for the Brisbane game next Saturday. So please comment your thoughts. Hit the subscribe channel if you haven't already subscribed. And feel free to circulate this to others whom you know might be interested. Till then, take care, stay safe, enjoy the rest of the weekend. And as always, go you Saints. Take care. Bye-bye.